evening from New York. I'm Selwyn Collins, your host of CWS Journeys. Um, Thank you for tuning in. Those of you who are tuning in for the first time, a special welcome. Our guest this evening is Ruth Michel Dupoux. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. And I am just going to go right into it. I'll bring on Ruth and let's get started. So, the lovely lady next to me is Ruth Michel Dupoux, alias Lady R. She's an artist since she was a little girl. She was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Her mom is Cuban and her dad is Haitian. Classy and ambitious lady, she had to follow the normal step of any young girl. She went to various schools in Haiti, Dominican Republic, and Montreal. She had various degrees in communication, administration, marketing, and community development. Ruth, good evening and welcome to CWS Journeys.
Good evening, Sammy. Thank you for inviting me in that show tonight. I'm very glad to be here.
We're not hearing you loud enough.
I said good evening, Sammy, and I want to thank you to invite me to be in that show tonight. I'm very happy to be with you guys.
All right, we are going to see how far we can go this evening. And because let's give it our best shot. And if the song doesn't improve, I will postpone and bring you back on. But tell me, what sparked your interest in fashion?
What sport I'm interested in fashion? Hello?
Hi, did you hear me?
I didn't hear you well. What did you
Oh,
say?
I
I'm sorry.
said, I asked you, what sparked your interest in fashion?
My interest in fashion. How could the way I can say is like I think, sometimes when you've been born in a way, I've been born in a family where fashion is very important. My grandmom, she used to wear, beautiful, dresses with big hats and a lot of pearl in her neck. I, I grew up in that thing. And for me, it's normal to follow that step. And when I see today the way that people get dressed, the way a lot of women they think they sexy by by wearing things that too obvious, and I think sexiness doesn't mean you have to show everything. So I want to share my vision, the way I see someone can be sexy and classy at the same time. Being classy is kind of sexy. You don't think so?
So I agree. What do you design and what would you like to be doing? Well, let me rephrase that. Why do you design? And what would you like to be doing if you weren't designing?
Oh my gosh, I would love one day to see every woman, whatever they from, whatever the country, the skin color, whatever, they could wear Lady L creation. That could be like an icon in the fashion industry. Simple.
So you were born and raised in Haiti, am I correct?
Yes, I've been born and
Hmm.
raised.
What comes to mind when you think of Haiti?
I think 80 is like a diamond, a good diamond who's not polished yet. That's how.
I've never heard anybody say it. I like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. We need, unfortunately, we have people with vision, but they're so afraid about all the diversity we have in the country, all the difference. They choose the easy way to go away. At the beginning, my dad is living here in the USA and he was trying to make me come live here. And I said, no, I don't want to live here. I want to stay in Haiti. I want to change the world. I want to do things because I also have an organization who's working with children and young women, young girls. And I said, I don't want to come to USA to live in USA. I want to stay there and do my part and make the difference, make things change that people can see another way. But we have so many people like me who has vision, but it's not easy because the society itself don't let you do things like that.
So
So
what was it like growing up in Haiti at the ages of 9 and 15?
it was great. It was great, actually. I can say that I was lucky. My family was very. I come from a family, a normal family. We wasn't rich, but we had whatever we want. I think, and it was okay. I went to school. I had friends, and it was great. It's just the part for, the politic issues sometimes that we cannot go out and you have to stay at home when they have a, how they call it, coup d'etat. So, but after that, it's okay.
Could you adjust your screen a little bit to show? I think the top of your head is being cut off.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Um, so tell me, when you were the age of 15, what was happening with you in Haiti? What was going on?
And 15, I was going to school, and I was taking dancing classes, and also I had like a theater things, and I was doing shows with my schools. It was great, and I had a radio show also for teenage. That's what I was doing at 15. I started for the radio show at 14 actually, and I let it at 18. It was great. It was
So,
great.
so who are some women who have had a great influence on your life
My
while you were
mom,
growing up?
my mom,
Your mom.
definitely. She's my evil, and she's the one I wanna follow. And I'm working on a collection who's gonna wear her name, and I think she's strong woman. She knows what she wants. She knows how to get it. She works very hard, and she raised me and my brothers by herself because my dad wasn't there. So she's a very strong woman, and she's the one I follow every day. Will make me, even sometimes I'm so tired and I want to say I cannot anymore. But when I remember my mom, she never quit. So I have to keep going no matter
Your
what.
your mom is Cuban, right?
Yeah, she is.
Do you see any? Do you recognize any Cuban influence in your design today?
Oh, see, look, I mean, the colors.
The
My mom
colors.
love.
Yeah.
Yes,
Tell
I
tell
love.
me tell me a little bit about your relationship with colors. How do colors affect, or how do colors right, affect your design?
Colors for me is life. Colors for me is joy, and colors for me at the same time is peace. Let's see, when you're outside in a garden, you have flowers, different colors. You have like green, you have blue, you have red, you have pink, you have everything. Make you feel, how do you feel? Do you feel like quiet, or do you feel uncomfortable? No, you feel good, and you want to stay there, sit down on the grass and wait and hear listen to those birds, everything. That's, for me, it's amazing. If I'm in a place, no color, I'm not feeling well. I do love black sometimes. I do love white also, but I need color to make my life happier.
If you had to choose a color, a favorite color,
Yellow,
what would that be?
golden, the gold.
Gold. I see. What are people surprised to learn about you when they get to know you, Ruth?
How can I say? I'm not someone who talk too much about myself, because sometimes when they see me, and I like smiling all the time, and I like helping people. I'm very nice. They said, "Oh, she's like crazy. She's a little bit crazy," or maybe, "Oh, she," they sometimes they don't take me seriously till I get mad, of course. And what they so surprised that I have done all those things, and I still have humility.
To have
That's
humility. If you were to eavesdrop your parents telling a stranger about you, what do you think either of them would say?
a stranger.
Hmm.
It's different.
How would your mom describe you?
Oh, my mom will say she's not easy at all. My mom will say that I'm very proud. My mom will say that I'm very strong. And she will say also that I am tenacious, that I know what I want, and I don't like people telling me I cannot do something, or I can do it, and I will show you that, yes, I can do it. And my mom will say that. And my mom will say that I'm not lying. I don't know how to say that in English. It's like, someone who's thinking something, who's saying something else. I'm not a hypocrite. I speak my mind. sometimes I can choose to not telling you anything for the moment because maybe I'm really mad and I want to control myself. I don't want to say anything I'm going to regret later, so I choose to keep it quiet for a while. But I'm someone. If you ask me something, I will tell you the truth. I don't have to lie because I think when you lie about something, later on they're gonna find out. So why lie about it? I tell you,
And
you
and
can.
your and your dad and your dad, what would he say?
My dad would say that I'm a rebel girl because my dad is kind of different. You know, he's very different of my mom. My mom was very outgoing. My mom was very independent woman. She was strong. She was kind of like me. But my dad is very conservative and he wants me to get married, to have kids, and he cannot understand that I want to travel the world. I want to do things. He's very afraid for me. I understand because he loves me, but at the same time, he loves me, but he doesn't know me. I think.
So here you have both Cuban and Haitian heritage.
Mm-hmm.
How did the two influence your design?
In
You
my,
mentioned Cuban and the colors, but when
yeah.
you put the two, when you juxtapose the two, how does that manifest itself in your design?
If we're talking about the Asian story, I remember when I was a little girl and in school they make a story about the Queen Anacaona. She was called the Golden Flower. That lady, everything that she had in her life was gold. You know, it was the American Indian at the beginning before the African people came to the country. At that time, Haiti was calling Kiskeya Oboyo. It wasn't Haiti at that time. So the African people came, so they changed it. But before that story, we have that queen named the Queen Anacaona. So I think that story will inspire me all the time when I'm looking at her, the thing that she has, and the way she would wait. I think I love that story, and I think in Asian part, that's what inspired me more.
Mhm. Is that why a lot of your design seem to reflect elegance and sort of royalty?
Exactly. I think what I said sometimes, women sometimes they forget who they are. They forget that we are queens, and the little girl they are princess. My grandfather used to call me princess, and my mom used to call me my princess, and my mom was my queen. So, and when we grow up, women, we become queens because we're gonna have daughters, and our daughters become princesses. So I think women sometimes they forget that. They forget that essence that we have inside of us. They forget how important they are. They forget how to express it, the way they dress, the way they present themselves. I'm trying to get that back, if I can say it that way.
When you design, I've looked at your some of your collections, and the first word, and I mentioned it just now, that jumps out at me is elegance. When
Mm-hmm.
you design, what are three words that are playing around in your head?
Queen for the first time, it's like second is like classy. Classy is very important for me.
So
It's
classy.
classy,
Hmm.
classy. And after that, I cannot say, I could say sexy, but it's not exactly sexy. It's more sensual.
Okay. Well, is it important for you to make that anyway? Make that distinction. But let's move on. Do you have any formal training in fashion designs, and how did you come to realize that you're talented?
I think is that I think everybody around me knew that I was talented, only me. Because since I was a little girl, I remember I was in class when I'm not interested to, the professor is doing, the teacher is doing something I don't like or whatever. I'm not interested to. I used to draw in my on my notebook and everything, and all my friends, oh that's cute. Oh that's cute. When you gonna make it? I'm like, that's something else. I draw, but I never make them. And when I'm going, well, my mom used to make dress for herself and for myself sometimes, but she was more in business part, so she was kind of different. And I was and I used to cut the fabrics, and I can do anything, but I could not sew anything at the time. So 2 years ago, and then I was doing it by hand. I was doing everything by hand, but in a machine I couldn't do it for some reason, because at the time also it was the old machine, so it was something different. I could not make it. 2 years ago, and I tried, and when first time I come in fashion and I tried to do it by myself and everything, it wasn't good. But when I went to school in Paris and they teach me how to do it, kind of, and I learned or trying, but it wasn't that good. I think it's only 2 months ago that I can say that that I know how to sew right now and I can sew a dress entirely by myself.
What kept you? What kept you on that path? You could have easily hired somebody else to sew for you. What made you want to do it for yourself?
Actually, I have people sewing for me. I do, but in my collection, the first sample, I'm the one who's doing it because
Oh, I
that
see. Mm-hmm.
only the first sample. I don't do it for for all but the first sample I made it on myself. This is the reason on all of my dresses I have one sample for myself with my measurement because I do it on me and I change it. Okay, I don't like it like that. Okay, fine. I make the string myself, and after that I bring the design and the dress itself because sometimes you present the design to someone, you see the design, but you do something completely different of what you want. So I'm already made the sample and I show it to you so you cannot miss.
Gotcha. Do you remember your first professional design?
Oh yes, I remember. It was 2 years ago. Not even 2 years ago. 1 year and a half ago. It was in November, November 22nd,
Mm-hmm.
2000.
November 22nd. And what was that like? What was that like when you completed it?
It was great. It was great. I think
Mm-hmm.
but I did it by hand. It wasn't, like in a machine, but it was great because oh my gosh, I like it. I love that.
Can
But I
you
keep it.
can you describe for us your emotional response to the first time you saw a piece of you saw your design on a model in a fashion show?
Oh, I think it was amazing, and that's when I realized that anybody can stop you, only yourself, and that's where I realized and everything I want to do, if I put myself on it, I work too hard on it, I will make it.
Here you
So
are, young in your 20s, progressive, assertive,
yeah.
talented, determined.
Hmm.
Um, this old wisdom that you have, where do you think you got it from?
My mom.
Your mom.
I think I'm a small version of my mom.
I like that. So, what does it mean to be young, black, Haitian, or I should say Haitian slash Cuban, and Caribbean woman? What does that mean to
Um, for myself, it wasn't easy for me to have friends, women, girls friends, because for some reason, the women sometimes they so hypocrite between themselves. I don't understand why. So if they said to you, "Oh, that dress is beautiful," they don't take it for real. But me, when I said it, I take it. So they always see me like I was kind of, you know, I don't know how to say it, like Juju. I was kind of different, and I was doing things differently, things like that. Because I don't know, I'm not like by the fact that I'm not 100% Asian, I cannot. Sometimes I don't understand them. I don't get them sometimes. But I'm trying, and I have my friends because when I said I'm with you, I'm with you. If I said I'm your friend, I'm gonna have your back. I'm your friend, so I'm not gonna pretend to be your friend, and I'm not. I'm not your friend for real. That's what I don't really understand it, but it's okay. I'm okay, and I made it. Look at me now. I'm still alive.
you? You attend fashion shows. How are fashion shows important to you?
Um, Fashion show is good because they give me exposure.
Uh-huh.
It's not that really that important to me. But that giving you exposure make people get to know you, make people get to know what you're doing, but it's very expensive also. So if you're a designer, you're upcoming and you're not established yet, it's not easy to do fashion shows and fashion shows. It's kind of it's like you're doing an investment, hoping that you're gonna have it back soon.
Mm.
That's how it is.
You
But the
live
best
you
thing, the best feeling, I'm sorry,
you
the best thing about it, even though you're saying that it's expensive and you cannot make it and everything, the best feeling is every time your collection finish, finish the pass when you're one way, and then you finish, finish the pass when you're one way, and then you're going out with your last pieces, and you see how people react. They clapping. That's the best feeling. You forget everything about it's your expensive, all the stress and everything. At the end, you accomplish something good, and people like it. People understand your vision about fashion.
Tell
That's
us about the birth and evolution of Lady R Creations fashion.
about the what? I'm sorry.
Lady R Creations fashion. Lady R is your brand, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not
All right. So
Lady.
tell us about the birth and evolution of Lady R.
Lady is I start very small. I start like just to have my first collection of dresses. It was a reserve collection, very light. The name was Alco actually. It was great. It was very light, very free, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, this is for rich people." I said, "No, it doesn't have to be rich to dress well, you know." And I'm keep going, I'm now I'm doing wedding dresses. I have accessories. I have a lot of things, and everything you're doing is step by step. And sometimes I stay like that, and I have an idea. Oh my gosh, I think I should do that, and that's how they come. And I put them, and I have many collections. I have my resort. I have my lingerie, who's deshabillé, and like I told you, where I want to go with deshabillé. And I have the bride collection, and I have also the accessories, and we keep going. And now I'm working on my own fragrance, so we keep going,
So
and I wanna
tell us what is. I'm going to give this a shot. De Chabi Moi.
deshabille moi.
Yeah, that. What is it?
It's a lingerie line. Deshabille moi is a lingerie line. If you want to translate it in English, it would be undress me. It's
Who came up with that name, Ruth?
because
Ruth, who came up with the name?
what can I say? Me,
Oh, moi. I see.
my
Undress me, right?
moi, yeah, deshabille moi. And
Okay.
because no, but seriously, when you're wearing a lingerie, like why eventually after I get married and I'm in the room with my husband and we're in the honeymoon and I wear this a lingerie. What I'm expecting?
I see. Mm.
Fine, I don't have to see anything else. You understand?
How would you describe your personal style?
I would say it's like classy, is adventurous, is out of common. I'm not I'm not following any how that people already made. I am myself, unique in my way, and sensual, very sensual for women, and also sexy, and also powerful.
Powerful. So what are you
Yeah.
wearing? What are you wearing tonight?
Something simple. Something simple.
Do you always wear your design?
Yeah, yes, most of the time. Most
Uh,
of the time.
Are you wearing your designs now?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Can you describe it? We're seeing the top.
That's that those shows that I have. There's a scarf, and
Uh-huh.
I call the collection insane.
What is the
What?
collection?
Insane.
Hmm.
The name, people ask me all the time, why you call that collection insane? I said because with those scarf you can do whatever you want. You can put them like a dress. You can put them like a scarf. You can put them on your head, on your, whatever you want to do with it, you can do it. So for me, that's the reason I call it insane. So I have a simple dress and I have that, and I can turn it whatever I want. You know,
When you create a piece, Ruth, what is the message you want to send to the observer or the wearer?
I I want to say that I don't have to show everything to be sexy and classy.
Is that important to you? That less is more?
I think it's good to let people imagine things. Because when I was a little girl, I used to read a lot, and my books didn't have any image, so I had to imagine everything in my head. So you understand?
I
And I mean,
understand.
beautiful stories. So
What are some challenges uh, you faced, or let's put it this way: what are some challenges did you face or overcome in getting into the industry and achieving your ambition?
in Haiti, my biggest challenges was in Haiti because in Haiti we have a small amount of people and they control the industry. They are the one who's in the industry. They are the one who's doing anything, and you have to be on their back with your all the time with them to make sure they let you, let give you a spot. And
Is it a sort of community?
it's not a community. It's more like a group of people. Everybody knows everybody in Haiti, in the range. Everybody knows everybody. It's a big country, but we have a small portion of people who's wanting everything there.
Gotcha.
So,
And you were part of that group?
well, I've been raised in that group, but in the fashion area, they don't accept the fact that I'm young and I didn't study fashion in Haiti, and I did the things completely differently than them. So they don't accept that. So they want to put me back and wait my turn. That's what they said.
Is
And
that
I'm not
is that your style to break trends, to do your own thing?
to do what?
Is that your style to break trends, to do your own thing, to create your
That,
own?
that's the reason I'm a weaver. I said it. I'm different. I'm not. If you put me there, you're gonna see the difference. Wherever I go, people see the difference because I am myself, and I'm trying. I'm not trying to copy anybody. I don't want to copy anybody. I have my own essence, my own personality, my own style. I'm not gonna let anybody to tell me what to do. You can guide me, but don't tell me what I have to do. It's not, no, you don't know what I have inside of me. How could you possibly tell me what is gonna be good for me? You're not me.
So how are you as a businesswoman, and how has your upbringing influenced your approach to business?
Like I told you, I studied business at the beginning and marketing. So I always been in business, and I am very strong, but a little bit kind of weak. I think that's my weakness. I'm too nice, and people sometimes they use that against me. They try to, weird. I have this problem. Can you help me, please? And I'm like, okay, and I forgot that part, and I help those people. But now I kind of change. I make a difference between the business and between my personal life. I don't mix them. So like that, nobody's hurt. I don't have problem. My things go well.
Ruth, let's take a quick break.
Okay. See you soon.